Greetings, I am Lies and I use she, her.
And I am Scandal and I use they, them.
And let's play a game together.
Yeah.
Alrighty, well, we have seen a turn of events, an experience.
A
We've
time.
already asked all of our questions about the trial, though I'm still like, doesn't the court serve Nadia as well as the people? Not just, the court should be serving the people. Like, I really thought the court, supported the ruling of the Countess, not just worked on their own in general political
it's okay.
structures.
We're just talking about, all politicians and all aristocracy is inherently corrupt no matter what, because it is a system that abuses power, period. Which should also actually include Nadia, which I think is deeply funny that they keep trying to go, let's pose Nadia as this sort of bastion of whatever, even though she constantly disregards the rules. She actually says that she doesn't have to listen to anyone, and she also basically constantly shits on things that she says should be, implemented and should be respected, and then she disrespects it in the next breath.
I see. As for Vesuvia, well, we have a masquerade to prepare for, don't we? The party begins tomorrow. What? Let me make a big political statement. Let me declare one of your leaders my stand-in corrupt in a big turnaround of events. And then as for Vesuvia and caring for it and what should be done, we have a party to plan?
But come on, honey, we can't be late for the party.
Oh my God.
If you hate him, why do you keep doing the masquerade? Well, everybody expects it. Everybody's dead! Sorry, you have no infrastructure. You just disabled everything. Oh my God. Okay, we're fine.
I am confusion. But the thing is, it's going again. Okay, so those big masquerades and balls and things held at the palace in all fantasy worlds that I'm familiar with don't invite everyone. You don't have the peasantry. Of course not. You don't have your peasantry commentary. You
don't have your rabble. Yeah.
You don't have your rabble. That one. And so I'm going, okay, so talking to the entire population here, all echelons, all classes.
Well, you know, darling, bread and circuses.
Right, and then telling them, we're sorry, I'm sorry that I fail you, I'm sorry the court has failed you, our system isn't doing good, let's prepare for a party that only certain people can go to, that's what we're gonna do.
Yeah, because also, let alone, you have a limited amount of space. Like, I thought it was hysterical even when we were doing that in the Hooligans round, going, we're all gonna go to the party? You're kidding, we all can go to the party. All of them. You're shitting me! And again, going, can everyone afford to do this? Your costumes are paid for, but if there's a dress code, you can't just come in off the street, can you? Anyway. Alright. The party begins tomorrow.
Oh, Countess, I am so sorry! Please do not kick me out of your wonderful food-filled masquerade!
Right. This pause, in front of everyone. The whole stadium still listening and watching.
Even though technically, because Volta went along with it, you would be like, I'm sorry, that's not possible for somebody who still in the end ended up colluding.
By the way, remember how I was here for collusion? You've admitted to collusion.
You have.
And you've said you're sorry for collusion.
That's fine, but there is actually still a punishment for collusion.
Oh no, I might be denied food from the masquerade.
I mean, you can still get fed. It doesn't... there's different punishments.
I feel like your way of eating and dominating food would not be desirable at a social event.
I don't think so. I don't know. It's fine. I'm not, clearly not my justice system, whatever.
Or my social system.
Nor my social system.
Again, alright. I would not dream of it. Dear Volta, after a long pause, you may of course attend. And again,
I'm looking away in a very sort of,
oddly though, again,
stressed.
This feels like one of those snap decisions of going, again, we're standing in front of the entire audience. We still have their attention captive after having sent Valerius away. And she hollers out in the good acoustic place of, don't, you'll still let me go, right? And she has to make a choice with the entire audience there right now. And if she doesn't want to do another trial, another legal statement, and if she considers her system is every person has to be tried separately, and she tells Volta no, she'll be, we need to hold your trial now.
Yes.
And so she's probably like, better part of valor, you may of course attend. This is gonna get real complicated real fast.
Yeah.
What about me?
You didn't apologize.
You didn't do any, you didn't even try to help.
Yeah.
So that's not going to happen.
No.
This is for the jokes. This is for the lulls.
Also
but it's okay.
If you can't attend, are you getting it put
under
house arrest?
Finally Volgora talks, which I'm deeply shocked by. Again, I'm like, where were they? They didn't exist. Like I said, suddenly Valerius was pimping bitches.
Just had a couple of decorative flanks.
Yeah.
Just some
arm candy.
Leg
candy.
I love the idea that both of them are just, yes, They're decorative, they're hot, they're beautiful. This is the arm candy.
Why not?
People going, I'm going to the movies, I'm going to the red carpet with some candy on my arms. It's Volta and Volgora. Everyone, what? That makes me so happy, honestly.
Yeah, no, perfect. And also, they're really fucking short. So that's my favorite, because also Valerius is supposed to be kind of taller. So having to, like, be down
Valerius
here.
can't do the, on, like, in the crook of your elbow.
So
they're,
like,
hands.
linking, holding hands.
Holding hands, yeah. Hand holding.
Sexy hand holding.
Oh, no, salacious hand
holding.
holding.
God, we've ascended in this relationship. It's hand holding.
Ooh, also, though, I'm like, okay, but if you say no, it means that Volgora's still in trouble, which means you need to do something about it.
Yes,
based on what you've just done with Valerius.
You all technically are supposed to be on trial right now, but we need a party.
Except for none of them are on trial. Well, I mean, they would be needing to enter the legal system, yes.
Mm-hmm.
All right. No.
Ha ha ha. The crowd spills into the stands, dancing in celebration and sweeping us up in the fervor. I literally don't care.
Wait, spills into the stands? I thought the crowd sits in the stands.
Yeah, it does.
So
basically,
your witness podium is in the stands?
Spills into the arena.
Into the arena.
Not
spills
the
out of the stands? Out of the stands?
Spills out of the stands.
There we go.
Nadia and I are whisked away out of the Colosseum as the crowd cheers.
You didn't give any direction to anyone on how to deal with Volta.
I wait for the opportune moment and then take Nadia's hand and pull us out of the throng. We slip away to a more quiet spot. Before I can speak, Nadia whirls me around, dips me, and kisses me deeply.
Whoa.
I don't like this.
That is really sudden.
Stop it.
Whoa.
The look on her face when she pulls away is equal parts triumphant and embarrassment.
I'm also just like, you didn't literally deal with, like, you gave an active pardon to one of the colluders, because you just told Volgora that she can come to the party.
Oh, Volta. I thought you were talking about,
You told Volta that she can come to the party, that she's basically fine.
Yeah, I thought you were...
No, it's okay. That's basically an implicit, you're fine.
Yeah.
I would say, and then you told Volgora that they cannot come to the party, and implying they are in trouble, which means something needs to be done.
Mm-hmm.
And you're not doing anything. And the crowd screeches excitement with, no, you can't come to the party? I don't know. All right.
I guess.
We did it. Thank you. Corazon, I
never doubted.
Well, I needed you. And you rose to the occasion beautifully. Also, you rose to the occasion beautifully. We literally stood there and felt helpless the whole time and did nothing of value as far as the game presented.
Yeah, I was like, your main character actually was deeply like, oh god, I don't know what I'm doing, except that apparently they knew exactly what to do and how to actually, vaguely at least.
And again, I need to buy time for Nadia.
Yeah, I'm like, what?
Like, the character decided, I don't know how to do this, I just need to buy time for Nadia.
Yeah.
Which is a little wild. I'm glad she's happy.
Good for her.
She
doesn't know the truth.
I say, good for her.
Yeah.
I believe this calls for a celebration. Well,
Don't you mean the masquerade, Nadia?
You just announced a giant celebration, dear.
Whoa. No.
Oh.
The answer is no.
I
gotta tell you, like, character-wise, I wasn't kidding with the whole don't touch me thing in public.
Yeah.
Coming off of, like, that particular thing, I'm gonna dip you in public, kiss you,
when we went to someplace quieter. What's quieter?
And also, if there are people literally milling around everywhere, no.
There isn't really a quieter place
There isn't
outdoors.
quieter right now. Also, if Nadia doesn't really know this area, it's fine. The answer is no.
I'll say yes. I'll say this one no, but also that sounds super weird because you would still have a ton of, like, post-trial work to do. Also, if you put someone under house arrest, usually you need to deal with what happens next.
Right.
Like, your job, Countess, as far as I know, is not done.
Yeah, your job is anywhere but done. In fact, you just announced a masquerade that is going to be happening. They would immediately be sweeping up on you going, oh my god, last-minute things. And also like, you're inviting literally now everybody who showed up at the Colosseum, potentially. So now you might even have people who are, your masters of, ceremonies who are going like, what the fuck?
How many people?
Countess, how many people are you actually planning to have here? And you also just put Valerius under house arrest directly. You've also now cast enormous suspicion on every single one of the courtiers, including Valdemar, who is not to be seen at all. Like, What?
You have defamed the courtiers as a whole.
Yes.
If the people as a whole know who all 5 of them are, then all 5 of them need to be dealt with, and you've only really dealt with 3, and you said nothing about Blastomel either.
Nope.
And also, like, he didn't ask for forgiveness or permission for anything.
He just was like, no, we're innocent, right? And she's like ignoring him because, of course, the implication I always felt there was her going, I'm not acknowledging you because I have the higher ground and you are still in trouble. You can try to assert that basically, like, you don't acknowledge it, though, in regards to debate, people go, oh, of course he's innocent.
Well, so, and the thing is going, she didn't tell...
I wish she would have rebuked him.
...anything about him. She really should have. And going, you know, I mean, she really did, like, he's like, so we're not involved. And she's like, it's all of you. She took one bit to go, you're all involved. And then when he, you know, simpered and backed away and said, well, not me, let me put the blame over there, she just never countered him.
Yeah, I'm like, she should have rebuked him.
That was
anyway,
wild.
So this is not happening.
Maybe later doesn't even work.
Maybe later is no.
No. Are the crowds bothering you?
There's a crowd! We're alone. We went somewhere quiet. Are the crowds bothering you? Mother trucker.
We are.
You literally just countered yourself.
You basically just went into a corner somewhere where nobody was, like, actively trying to scoot you away, sweep you up, or talk to you, or congratulate you.
Yeah, that's ridiculous.
Whoa.
No.
Also, this is the first time that this game has felt a little bit more like, one of the Genius games where they kind of, like, where there's a soft sort of social punishment for not choosing the premium choice.
Right.
Of where the character shuts down a little bit. And I don't think I've noticed it really happening in other cases. Like, but Nadia is far more directly, like, how about this thing? Whereas in Julian, it was like, oh, we could fill in the blank.
Yeah, let's fuck around. I love it.
And if you're like, we need to keep working, he's like, yeah, you're right, we need to keep working.
Right, fine.
I forgot. We actually have a job to do.
Which also then in some ways made him more almost incompetent because it was like he was just constantly doing dumb shit. And you were like, you're supposed to be a skilled, capable doctor, and you are like a dumb idiot.
I was gonna say, and anyway, so...
I mean, like, dumb himbo in sort of that kind of way, but
this feels like her shutting down, and it feels odd.
Yeah. Feels
like, again, like, you didn't... It doesn't feel like an equivalent exchange, whereas a lot of the other choices have felt like it's just a slightly different variant, and not as like, here's a romantic reward.
Yeah.
We may celebrate more privately at the palace. Okay, it does shift. Alright, the first step is odd, but then it's like...
Her going, oh, well, I'll put the benefit of the doubt on you kind of thing. I will do it. Right. I will give you this benefit of the doubt.
And then you're, here, it's for you. I was saying.
Yeah. And then, oh, no, but let us celebrate then more privately.
I was going to say, also, that's an interesting choice, too, because she's deciding, and this is the thing we've run into a lot in games, she's deciding what was bothering you. Oh, are the crowds bothering you? And then she decides, without any further conversation, that yes, that's what's bothering you. And we can do this in private.
I mean, I have noticed sometimes when you've denied these options, basically, they do have, like, interesting workarounds of going, oh!
It kind of happens anyway.
I suppose? Like, are you sure?
You're sure?
Like, why would you? Like, it's not as, like, guilt-wrenching as fucking Genius games.
It's not the whole kiss him or shove him into a ditch.
I know,
which
right?
Which are the only choices.
Which was awful. It was like...
They were so bad.
Why?
And in case anyone doesn't know, like, there are several Genius games on our channel. Genius is just an Otome game company. You can totally look it up. Just look up Genius Games. You'll be fine. Yeah. But yeah, they're amazing.
They are wild and varied. A loud sound interrupts our conversation as a group of wailing citizens trudge by us.
Towards us.
Why did it say towards us?
I think it said towards us.
I have no idea. Whatever.
Okay.
Either by us, towards us, I'd nearly forgotten in the chaos of Nadia's victory. Julian is still facing a death sentence. Oh yeah, that fuck.
She also forgot too, or didn't care. It doesn't matter.
Yeah, she doesn't care.
I was just saying, honestly,
in this route, you don't care, and Nadia doesn't really care, even though technically speaking, all the witnesses you've usually spoken to, and now that you've discredited the courtiers, okay, you're going...
Oh my god, okay, so here's, another problem. That's brilliant, friend.
Yeah.
Going, the courtiers were the witnesses and testimonies in Julian's trial, and now you've discredited all of them. And so, wouldn't Julian's conviction need to be overturned?
I mean, there are some people who are definitely in prison, regardless of, other people being discredited. Because, we live in a horrible system as it stands, so it would make sense that possibly people wouldn't think of to overturn that, but I'm also really entertained in this case. Really, I'm not kidding. Like, your MC and Nadia don't really care much about him as a character, which is really weird. Like, I mentioned that kind of in the other round. I'm like, why don't you care about these people? But then also when we're around them, your character literally doesn't talk. You're sort of like this weird third wheel who is involved in this other story, like just sort of watching.
Who is watching conversations.
Watching the show go on from their comfortable place on the couch, going, I'm not really involved.
Yeah.
Like, it was really weird even with Nerd's route, for sure. And this is still strange, where I'm like, why don't you care about anyone?
Yeah.
Well, because you're in love with this person. So you're really trying to push the isolationist fantasy, aren't you?
But yeah,
Finding out it's not working? With all these people who are also supposed to have been really good friends?
I say, and in the other one, Nadia really did care about Julian and was interested in his success or failure and other things.
Yeah.
Now, the idea that she's like, hey, let's go celebrate is, I don't care that this is happening. I don't think she would have forgotten, since she organized his trial and has been conducting his investigation far longer than you have, and she's also far more legally, bound and, as the Countess to be invested in it.
Yeah.
And so now you're just like, oh shit, I forgot, because I am, I'm the MC and plot.
And the MC is kind of a disaster, but it's okay. Nadia pauses as well, watching as they pass.
Also going, let's go celebrate. You can't have forgotten, Nadia. I'm afraid I was too swept up in the victory.
Oh.
She did completely forget that Julian had a trial prior to hers. Prior. What?
But that's swept up in the victory is not the same as I forgot that you had a trial, necessarily. Like, if that, like... Meaning, I forgot what happened to you, not like, okay, no.
I forgot something happened prior to my trial.
Yeah.
I know she wasn't there for it, but again, this has been her whole life for 3 months, is focusing on figuring out the Julian question. And, or, if you will, the Lucio question.
Yeah.
The Lucio question.
I hear you.
Corazon, something Valeria said bothered me. And you didn't
Are you
talk to
talking
him about it.
the whole, the person that I was working with intimately thing? Because I thought that was weird.
I will not deny that I hated Lucio. My memories are not muddied enough to fool me on that front. Are your memories muddied or gone?
Honey, there is a difference.
Hang on.
You've said before you don't have memories. Now you're going, my memories are... That is a different experience.
And also going, yes, I may have gotten some memories back, but are those memories you got back muddied?
What?
I'm remembering a thing in a muddied fashion? Question mark?
What?
Hang on. And if it was true, Dr. Dvorak and I were working together, you don't remember that piece. Could I have killed him? Okay, I got it. You don't care about Julian.
Oh, yeah, you
It's
don't care
about you. Got it. Okay, we're back on track with Nadia being very focused on herself, and that is very consistent with her character.
That's also very consistent for most of these characters anyway. Like, they really don't care about each other. We're great friends! Or we knew each other. Julian, even, according to his own story, he knew all of these people as well. And even for the bits of promotional art that I've seen for this game, there was an involvement with Nadia, Asra, and Julian. Somehow they all intimately knew each other for several years in whatever fashion that looked like. And according to Julian's route, he at least dated Asra while Asra was the court magician. So, and he was also then the doctor. I'm like,
Wait, Asra was a court magician at some point?
Or he was involved with the court. I thought they said that he was like the court magician.
Question mark, don't
Question
know.
mark? We haven't played Astra's, but I'm just kind of assuming because I'm like, the way that you're... I've been here before. Remember where we ran into that in Julian's route where there was like, the reason is people wouldn't be surprised if Astra showed up when we turned Julian into Astra.
Right.
So I was like, because he's been there before.
But been there before is different than I worked here in a position.
I mean, also, if a lot of your staff is dead, maybe it doesn't matter. I'm not sure. I don't really know. Because I'm like, to me, I'm just going, based on at least, like, Julian being there, he knew her. Why does he not fucking care?
Well, again, she spent a lot of time on him last time, and I don't think it was because your MC was more concerned about him. It was just because the investigation was I almost want to say more successful, question mark? Because her investigator had immediate access to him all the time. So that is more successful, yes.
Except at the same time, she was literally not involved with us, which I still thought was really weird as hell. Why wouldn't your investigator go, hi, I'm here for you, and I'm not going to talk to you this whole time, and I'm still mad that Nix Hydra retracted that update. To be honest.
Where
they actually have him going, hey, I knew... I
know you're an investigator and you're investigating. God, that was so good. Okay, that piece in the updated prologue, which if you don't know what we're talking about, we have a playthrough for when they released it and before it was taken out again. It's actually the precursor to this route.
Yeah.
I was gonna say, but like, there's a piece where it's made very, very clear that Julian knows that the MC is investigating him, and that is actually the starter to his route, because that was a huge question that we thought was going to be an amazing big reveal in his route, going, he doesn't know that you're there investigating.
So yeah, we thought it would be like this basically great anime betrayal, top 10 anime betrayals moment, basically.
You've been investigating me the whole time. That's why you're here? Yeah,
Yeah.
okay. Could I have killed him? It's not like the world has lost much from his absence.
We still need answers.
Holy crap, we still need answers. We need 100 answers, and in fact...
But we won!
Like, that's so...
Several of the people in that actual trial still need to be dealt with because, again, you are in charge of them and you have just labeled them as inappropriate in their position.
This is also part of the reason why there's the no. We have other shit to do. We are not celebrating.
We're not done. You can't celebrate. You're not done yet. You haven't
Like,
wrapped up all
good
the loose
job.
end.
Take your moment. We've had our moment. Time to move on because that's what Corazon is here for. Is action. Fuck you. We still need answers. You're right. We still need answers.
A lot of answers. And if we don't like what we find, because you don't need answers about the courtiers, you don't need answers about your history, you don't need answers about the law and what's going on or about Julian. What you need is answers of did I do it or not? Me. That's what I'm hearing.
Me, specifically.
And if we find out that I did collude, it doesn't matter. It doesn't freaking matter.
Also, you were the princess. You could literally spin whatever fucking, for most part, story you want. It seems like basically everybody's willing. It's fine.
She has an incredible, incredible power card in her back pocket, which is I am the daughter of the
And she
Empress.
goes, oh no, woe is me. And I'm like,
and she doesn't
honey,
use it, and
you
she
have-
doesn't want to use it.
But the thing is,
it's still there.
she still flaunts it though all the time.
Okay.
Here's the law. I am above the law. Fuck
Yeah.
the law. You mean the law that your parents put in place? Your mommy put in place? Yo fucking empress?
And you're now bringing it to a city-state that belongs to her?
What the fuck? Okay.
Okay, go ahead.
We'll cross that bridge when we get there.
You're right. No use wallowing over what-ifs. Like, what if you had told people in a legal setting with, the entire city as witnesses what was going to happen to the other courtiers, such as all of them except for, Volta, who's relatively harmless but can be pushed around, were going under house arrest.
I mean, and you would probably still want to honestly put Volta under house arrest. If she is that easily pushed around, yeah, you want to control her. I hate to tell you, everybody going, no, I mean, you just ignore her, she is baby. No.
An appropriate punishment, a punishment of some nature would be appropriate. Even if it's house arrest with, yes, we're still friends, I will feed you all the food in your room during the masquerade. Because she doesn't care about seeing the whole masquerade.
Of course she doesn't. She just wants food.
Over what ifs. There is only one man left, alive, who can truthfully answer my question.
Are we going to have something stupid and melodramatic where we're going to try to get the answers and we're just going to kill Julian in front of us because we didn't get there fast enough, even though she's the fucking countess?
I don't know. I'm actually not sure where this is going at all. Come, I'm afraid this investigation is still far from over. Well, the thing is...
Who's the one man? Who are you talking about?
I assume it's Julian.
I do
assume.
too.
On the other hand, again...
Oh, we're gonna go do the dungeon scene that we did in the other one, remember? With Basilika going down?
But why would he be in the dungeon post-trial?
Because that's what happened before.
That's true, but this time it seems like the crowd's already run him off. Because he was there post-dungeon during Nadia's trial, so he's already now going.
Yeah, no, I know.
It's okay, maybe he's there longer. I don't know.
Strides off. Nadia strides off, and I follow behind her, baffled.
You and me both, MC. Let's do it.
We head back to the arena, turning into a corridor and then down worn stone stairs. I told
Okay, you got it. Okay, cool. Good job.
I
had no
remembered.
idea.
Because I thought this was goofy as hell. Because remember the dude breaks his foot that we talked
Yes,
about?
I loved that one.
That was so good. It
was so good.
Yes.
It was hilarious.
We emerge into a stale-smelling dungeon. There are no guards here, but as we approach the farthest cell, a figure chained to the wall slowly lifts their head and stares at us.
Why are there no guards here?
They did last time!
Okay, question. If you have the crowd being released to have access to doing whatever the hell they want, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then you are now going into the dungeon, people could just walk down here?
Yeah, hell yeah.
Okay, but wouldn't you think, the people who have an interest...
Somebody walks down, I am a lockpick. I will lockpick you out of here. Ping, ping.
Someone else
The whole story blows up.
walks down, I am a smith. I brought a hammer and a chisel. I get you out of here.
I love you. You are my bro.
Hi, you will come to my shop. I will hide you.
I will do it.
I will get you out
Julian.
of the city.
No, but I must sacrifice. Come with me. No!
No one will remember after the masquerade. They'll be too drunk.
Yeah, pretty much.
They'll all be going, did he
No,
get
but
a
I want to
conviction
get
or not?
drunk.
You can get drunk at my house.
Oh,
What?
I know why this is going on.
Okay, what?
One, is because we need to be able to go down here and talk to him, but two, so Nadia can rope him into helping her in the masquerade. So that's how you get, in this route, everybody showing up at the fucking masquerade. She goes, I still need answers. You're still not going to be hung yet. Would you like to help me actually find out what happened?
But if the crowd expects a hanging right now...
No, because the hanging doesn't happen immediately, remember? We do still have to actually go through the masquerade. So this is the tie-in.
No, because he died before the masquerade, because everyone went, is that Julian at the masquerade? Remember we were talking about that guy at the masquerade?
Right, nobody, like... went,
and everyone going, oh my god, it's you! Like, it was some big ruse, and it sort of undermined her authority weirdly.
Yeah, I was like, what the fuck? Yeah, okay, so maybe we're not... Honestly, I'm kind of curious.
Again, I don't know. All right. Hello, Julian. I believe we need to talk, but I am concerned very much with a completely unguarded dungeon and the crowd in a frenzy that you have either people coming down here to be assholes or to rescue him.
Yeah.
And, like, I don't see any reason why no one would interact with him if they knew he was completely unguarded.
Again, we have no guards.
That's wild. Also going, who's your captain of the guard that dismissed all the guards for your prisoner? Because Nadia didn't do this, she was on trial.
What if it's one of the courtiers? They have a secret guard... Oh my god, they can apparently do everything, because we
One
have
of them's also in charge of the guards, I'm sure.
Oh shit, yeah, probably Volgora.
Need to talk. A new chapter.
Book 12, chapter 12, book 12, chapter 1, contemplation. I can habla.
You can read.
I can habla.
It's okay. Book, XII, chapter I. Goodbye, Julian. Did we time skip?
Yeah, we must have.
Did we time skip?
Because she looked pissed.
She looked pissed.
Nadia turns on her heel and stalks out of the dungeon, and I follow close behind.
Because we
cannot fucking spend any... Okay, so... I am running into kind of a thing that I keep getting annoyed about in regards to these games. You're really like, here's this entire cast of characters, and if you pick one route, you're basically going to spend most of your time either with inconsequential, non-love interests, and you're going to spend like a teensy bit of time with other people that you can date on other routes. Because, you know...
You have to go there and be appealing, I was going to say, but you can't spend any real time with them because you might like them. Is the impression I get.
Yeah, that's what I keep getting to, and I'm like, why the fuck would you do that? They don't, again, that's why I'm like, this is weirdly like it's trying to walk away from the other characters so that you don't, you know, spend too much time with them. Like, I don't get it.
I assume it's just a really heavy isolationist fantasy. That's my assumption here, of going, you don't see yourselves much with other people because, except for you get kind of one scene with each person, except so far Julian. Yeah. Because you do spend time with Astra. Yeah. Walking away
you don't
from
spend
Muriel's,
time. Yeah.
And you spend time with Muriel at Muriel's house, and you spend time with Portia sneaking around for the courtiers.
Yeah, but honestly, you really don't spend a lot of time actually just talking to them.
Oh, not
Did
at
you
all.
notice
Not
that?
at all.
Like that's what I'm like, you're like plot points, not characters anymore. Like you remember they like
again, it's like none of us we don't know any of them.
Yeah,
and we're real distant and cold with Astra all of a sudden. On the other hand, that kind of implies that we were always that way with him.
Cornerstone doesn't like Astra much anyway. We're having other issues, but like it is kind of strange, but I always thought that was weird in Julian's route anyway, especially with what we initially started with going, holy shit, Astra's just like, I love you.
Confession.
Like,
I adore you.
Yeah, like that completely, I was like, aww. Okay.
And again,
Julian is a horny bone, like a horny, you could bone me once. And
horny bastard.
Horny bastard.
Horny bastard.
And then Astra is like, please be with me deeply. I am romantically and physically incredibly attracted to you. Please, dear God, I'm pining like crazy. And then like...
Soft pining.
Soft pining. Muriel is just sad.
Muriel just wants you to go away.
Like, I am still upset about that.
He just is sad and hurt and he wants you to go away.
He's so upsetting.
It's okay.
Okay,
anyway, forget all of that because I don't know some of those things.
It's fine.
Because you are more into
No, we watched the beginning part, but I was like him trying to hide behind the dog and run away.
No, that. I know.
What are you talking about?
Oh, I thought you were talking about the bigger root at large. Anyway, it's okay. All right. Nadia turns on her heel.
And I follow close behind. I've already said this.
Yes, I know. We go.
She doesn't stop walking until she's put enough distance between us and the dungeon entrance, where there are no guards still, and then turns to me.
Why isn't Mazalinka down there if he's completely unguarded?
Because Mazalinka doesn't exist in this route.
God, if he was in the city and she was actually on a trip during this route?
I mean, like, I don't get it. I don't think Mazalinka's actually gone. I think that, again, like... There are only specific things that you get to see in those particular routes. Like, that sounds kind of what they're doing. Here's weird things that you just will never see. Does Mazalinka not give a fuck?
Because it seems like she would be there. Because like
aggressively.
I don't think for any reason that she would only be there because she's invested in Julian's love interest.
Like, that weird.
Doesn't make sense. That's her son.
But that also... Okay, so to me, that also makes
Nephew.
that even weirder. Because you go, really? This character only cares about Julian only when he has a love interest? That's awful.
That sounds very strange. So, yeah.
Again, not characters. Plot points.
Okay. Honestly, I should have expected him to be completely unhelpful. Why should anyone make my job easy? Also,
Just kill me!
Also, we couldn't be allowed to be in that scene, or do that scene. I would pause it. Because otherwise, we, the MC, would be helpful. And if we're helpful, Julian might talk.
Oh, fuck.
So
right.
you have to skip that scene. Otherwise, your Corazon or whoever your MC is might be helpful, and then Nadia wouldn't be stumped the same.
Honestly, and in the same way, like, especially if you're going off of the original MC that they sort of been casually writing this whole time, that character would still say something, because they do say something in Julian's route.
And again, when anyone, when the person they're helping gets blocked, that's when they come forward to help.
Yeah.
That's who the
You
MC
had to
is.
literally defang your MC in this case. Fascinating.
I was gonna say, on the other hand, they could have just been like, wait here, I'll go talk to him. And I think that would have been tidier.
Maybe,
if she
but again,
didn't want you there. On the other hand, though, if you're supposed to be investigating with him,
and she's like, "You are my right hand. Be with me at all times, baby. Please now pose with me."
Yeah.
What is wrong with you?
I don't know. That's a little wild. Yeah, I'm not feeling it. Make my job easy.
Nadia rubs gently at her temples. Does she have another headache coming on? I wouldn't blame her. The conversation with Julian went nowhere. He refused to give us anything to go on, and we couldn't actually talk to him. I'm annoyed. I rest my hand on her shoulder, squeezing lightly. She smiles wearily, looking over me. I think also the other thing that pisses me off in a lot of cases, too, is just, like, I think somewhat, like we've pointed out before, like going, why isn't your MC talking in this scene? And I think that was just sort of like a shorthand to go, let's just remove you out of the situation, because if your MC did talk, did actually ask regular questions, you wouldn't have the amount of drama you would have in here.
It falls to some degree into that trope of there's more drama because of less communication. It's actually, I've actually seen some people online coming out as one of my least favorite tropes is when the primary plot of the story is essentially miscommunication. And a couple of sentences or a couple of minutes of exchange would fix the whole thing.
And the big thing is like, I get where people talk about, here, let me bring you in more on what was going on, people's humiliation. Let's talk about the character's motivation. That would make more sense, though, as to why that communication wouldn't happen. But not every single situation is like that.
I was going to say, getting to know a character who can't or won't communicate because of that's who they are,
right,
makes way more sense than I just,
Which is, though, the reason why you and I got really irritated in Nerd's route when they're just standing there going, I'm just watching people around me have conversations when the character before has pointedly, the one that they've written that we were trying to play from,
given helpful.
Yeah!
Been helpful.
That they just go dead quiet for no reason. And also, they had information that would be useful.
It's true.
Like, we were good. Anyway, so we're out of time.
Hey, you know what? There was a lot of ranting in here, but you know what? We appreciate you being with us. That was great. This was interesting. And I continue to find the story interesting. I'm just like, what was your plan?
Right?
That one, Moraz. Also, I'm like, why would you ever leave Julian unguarded? All right, fandom, fans, anyone who wants Julian, you can get to him in
right
between
now.
Nadia's victory.
You can. And nobody cares.
Yeah, I was gonna say, and when she comes back to the Coliseum, you got a good 10-minute window, maybe a 30-minute window if they buy the premium scene for you to go rescue your love. Go do it.
Well, also at the same time, it seems like Nadia doesn't care and she doesn't put any guards on him at all when she leaves, so you have even more time anyway.
Also, strangely, like if there's no guards on him, there's no one caring for him.
Nope.
Does she expect him to just be alone and unattended and also basically neglected down there for a night?
Oh, yeah.
That's
what that sounds like.
Negligent.
I mean,
for a keeper of people who are your...
Don't you know that she's above the law? I am the law, but I'm better than the law. Anyway, so again, thank you very much for joining us. We appreciate it. If you like what we do, please feel free to like, comment, subscribe, and also share our videos. It has been fantastic with the support that we have gotten so far. We love seeing your comments. We love talking with you guys. You guys have great ideas. But again, please do not spoil the game.
Thank you.
Please.
Honestly, if we ask questions and the answer doesn't get answered within the game itself, please feel free to keep it to yourself and just giggle that you know more than we do.
Yes, please. Giggle all you want. This is a blind playthrough as much as we can make it.
Yes.
Please. So, yeah, other than that, also please feel free to go check out our Ko-Fi and our Patreon. We have some links in the description down below if you'd like to go check those out. Also, please feel free to go check out our Twitch. We do actually do live streams. We do about 2 to 3 times a week. Sometimes we do more. We would love to see you on any of those occasions. And I have been Scandal.
And I have been Lies. And it was great playing with you. Bye!